Hi Stamper, today I'm going to show you how to watercolor what I learned last week at the class. I had a lady that came in, her name is Stephanie, and she came in and teach us a few tricks and it was awesome. So now I'm going to share with all of you. So what you need, it's your StazOn ink. And StazOn come with that little cover in it. Don't throw this cover out. That's what protect your ink and StazOn dry very fast, so you want this. What I do, I put a little glue dot in the bottom there, so then I don't lose my cover, so it's handy, it's always there. So just put a little glue dot and then your cover gonna stay there. You want to store your StazOn upside down. The reason why, it's because you want your ink to stay in the bottom there on top of your ink pad. Our regular ink pad, you want to store it the right way. It's because they flip upside down. So they were very bright and they did the right kind of ink pads. So this one, you want to store it this way, but the StazOn upside down to keep your ink on top. Let me check it to make sure I get this at the right place. Okay, right now I'm going to show you how to use the watercolor. In the video in a couple days, you're going to see how to do it with watercolor. I'm going to do like this one here. So this is made with really not writing wood. I'm going to use writing wood and cherry cobbler. So what you're going to do, this is your aqua painter, and you want to fill this with water here. You just put your water there. The trick for what I'm going to show you, you're going to need a piece of paper towel. And I'm going to make sure I get plenty of water on my brush. And I'm going directly with this. And you see where it's the dark, that's where you want it darker. So I'm going to start here, put my dark. So I'm going to go all around where it's dark and put my cherry cobbler. And then I won't make you watch the whole thing, but I'm going to do about half of it here. After this is done, I would go with a lighter color, that would be writing wood. And then I would go on the inside. So this should be lighter. Here we go. Okay, I need more of the dark color. So I'm going to come back, use more cherry cobbler, and really put this in. You can use always your tip tool of your crayon and go around. That would. So what I mean by that, you can take this here and really push it. Not pushing hard, just a little bit, so that you would have darker there. But you want to blend it good. So I'm going to go around. So now you can see the two-tone. And if you keep on blending it, pretty much you would have the same color all around. So what she teaches us is you take your paper towel and go and dab it. I got too much out, that means I had too much water. So I'm going to go back. So it depends how much water you got. I'm going to go back with my crayon. So really, watercolor, it's not a speedy thing, but for me, it's very relaxing. And then I'm going to add. If you add too much water, then you're going to take too much out. But you want to dab it. That's what makes your shading very nice. Go here again. Going to take a bit of water and blend this here. Okay, now I get that petal done. I'm just going to go, look, when you dab it, you get the perfect shading. And then in the center, I'm using more mustard, and I would do my center here. So then I know about where to go after. So then I would just keep on going this way at my dark. Where the artist did already the dark, that's where you want to keep it dark. See there, I had very dark there. Voila. And then I would just brush this a little bit. I don't have to add more writing wood here because I got enough of the color. And then I would take this and just tap it a little bit. and then you keep your shading. And you can come and add more and take some. Let's say you go off the line. And let's say I had my crayon here and I wanted to add some there, and oops, I went off the line. What you're going to do is make sure you get plenty of water on your brush. Just put the water there and go and gonna brush it a little bit and come back, and then you can have it. Okay, so that's how I do my coloring. I like to add some shading always only on one side. What you do for the shading, what I mean by the shading, you see this one here? Let me check, yes. Okay, right here you can see all my shading, all on one side. What you would do, you take a light color. I'm going to take, oh, I want a light blue, I don't have it out. So I'm going to take this blue, and let's say I want the shading on this side. I would just go and you just zigzag, just a little bit zigzag. And that would give you your shading. You see, I just shake my brush a little bit. Maybe a morning that you didn't drink enough coffee, that would be the best thing to do when you get the shade. Here we go. So that just give a little bit more depth for the flower. Here I got too much. You just take it off and come back and wash it. I think you can see it there. Let me check. I don't know if you can see it. So then you get your shading all around there. That's about it for the watering color. I want to show you a little thing she showed us I thought was super cool. Let's say we want to do this bud here. I'm going to wet it just a little bit. I'm going to come with my green. Again, I'm using, here I'm using artichoke. I'm going to add my green. And I get too much water, so I'm going to tap it a bit. Use my green here. So then I get my bud there. And then usually the flowers start growing in there. So I'm going to take my cherry cobbler and just add a tiny bit here. So that make it look even more real. I don't know if you can see it, but you get your red in the center there. And I would just keep on coloring on my flower till it's all done. And voila, the Speedy Magic, it's here. Oh, I should show you to a leaf very briefly. What she does on the leaf, she add the green. She's going to do the green all around here. And then she said that if you look at it, really you get some yellow in it, the leaves. So you take some yellow and just add a little bit of yellow, and then make your leaf very come alive. Voila! That is it for my watering coloring. And later on this week I will have with a marker. Till next time, happy stamping!